Alright, I think I should be live again. My OBS crashed right before qualifying, so that's fun. But it should be all set up again, I think. Yeah, that should be working again. Alright, it didn't really miss much. Qualified pole by 1.8 seconds, because it's only a 2k strength field, so it's going to be another boring race. But the session seemed pretty decent, so let's see if I can get any records. Alright, let's give it a go. One minute 15 to grid. Yeah, it should be all working. I hope. I pray. Just double check all of the settings are right in YouTube. I think I set it up properly. Yeah, pole by 2 seconds is not exactly a competitive field. Yeah, my OBS crashed just before qualifying.
Right, pit road is closed right now.
I've already done 2 races tonight. I'm not too sure why it happens. It's happened once before where as soon as I loaded into the session, OBS crashed. So it cancels my stream, which is a bit annoying. Just hope everyone that was watching can find it again. Only 6 iRating for this. I need to start doing races with higher strength of fields. Yeah, the first one was 3.1k off. I got pole by 3 tenths and won by 12.5. That was 15 iRating. And the last one I did was 2.4k off. That one I got pole by 9 tenths. And won by 13 point something, I think. And this one, unless something goes catastrophically wrong, should be a easy win. But I've been going for the world records for qualifying lap, race fastest and race average laps, just to give myself something to do in these races. The race fastest is a 20.6, 20.63. My personal best at the minute is a 20.71, I think, so 800ths off, and the race average record at the minute is a 21.208, I think, and I'm on a 21.277, so again, 800ths. But the quali record
Green
is
flag, green flag.
20.5 somehow. I have no idea how someone's gone that quick in quali. This is 6/10 quicker than the next car, and a tenth faster than the race fastest lap, which should never really happen. So unless... yeah, I don't really know. I don't understand how that's possible. Must have just got really lucky with the qualifying conditions, but then the race conditions worse or something. Yeah, I got the rest of the weekend to attempt it. I want to do quite a few races because I want to get to 8.2k as well by the end of the week, or by Tuesday I should say, so I have a bit of time. I don't really do Formula Series. I used to drive Formula V pretty much exclusively when I started my journey, my career on iRacing. Yeah, I used to only drive Formula V, and then I drove... moved up to Formula 4. I was pretty average in that. So I tried to switch to... LMP2, and this was still when I was like 2k iRating, so I wasn't exactly great at any of it, but yeah, I was having fun, so that's what matters. Yeah, switched to LMP2, or tried LMP2, don't really mean it. And I started driving GT3, I really loved it, so I've sort of stuck with that. But I was thinking of getting back into it again, just for content, because their F4 races look like a lot of fun. I think some of the races at Monza last week, there were people jumping in them, and it looked like a bit of a chaotic race. And I need to get my Formula rating up, because eventually I'd like to do the F4 World Series, whatever it's called. Which I could have done this year with Apex, but I didn't have the rating. So I'm only like 4k Formula rating. I would have been second or third split every time. I wouldn't have got the points. Same with IndyCar qualifiers. But the issue for me for that as well is it's on a Friday at 1 AM I think, which isn't ideal. Yeah, the main focus at the minute is sports car rating for special events. So we can start getting better results in them, and more consistently getting into top split. So it's been a few times where we've been second split, so I need to get my rating up. I enjoy racing as well, of course. Yeah, I'm going to be doing these races anyway, I may as well stream them. recently got my second account as well, which is up to 3k sports car racing. But I might do a few videos or races on that account, just because I could do last to first or drive a car that I wouldn't normally drive. Just quite a lot of fun, not having to worry about losing 150 if I crashed in a Mazda race or something. Oh, what am I doing? It's way too wide. I was thinking of switching to driving into Lagos the next few days. The strength of fields have been way better. Been like consistently at least 3.5k. So I might do a little bit of practice there after this race and then race it tomorrow or Sunday. Depends if I am up to pace or not. We'll see. Yeah, I've already got a 10-second gap. 10-second gap in 6 laps. So if I lock in, should be close to 20 by the end of the race. 25, something like that. I might just chill this race. There's no need to push. I'd rather engage with chat than sweat. It's funny, you're my first message. The entire previous 2 races, nobody put anything in chat, which is fine. It makes it slightly less boring. I get to engage with you guys instead of just walloping. I think this session's too good anyway. Only at 21.1. Much better conditions than these. 20.9 optimal. Might be alright. See. Ferrari at the minute. That one's special to me in general because it was the car that we drove for Spa 24 this year. It was my first time in a top split special event, I think. And I qualified P20 out of 60. I was only 4/10 of pole to the Commander car. And I out-qualified Williams and Ferrari. Which was a pretty big deal for me at the time. Oh my god, what am I doing? Almost crashed. Yeah, Ferrari at the minute. But there's quite a few that I enjoy driving a lot. Recently I've had fun in the Mustang. I bought that on my second account and learned to drive that. That was quite a lot of fun. Did that at Okayama in the last week of last season, and Laguna Seca the first week of this season. I also drove that for Indy 6 Hour, which I didn't get to drive unfortunately. We had an unlucky incident in the first hour and a half, but the prep was fun in that car. I drove the BMW for Watkins 6 Hour, that was a lot of fun. It honestly depends quite a lot on the track as well. Some cars are great at some tracks and not very nice at others. But just on like pure overall feel, I'd have to say the Ferrari. Thanks man, have a good one. I think this is the last race I'll do tonight, so might see you tomorrow. Let's see. 20.7 optimal in this session. See if I can beat that 0.63 in the last few laps. That's the delta to the 0.7. I have 3 laps left. That's way too wide.
White flag, nice and smooth.
There we go, another one.
You won. Dinner's on me.
I take it. +6. It's going to be another -0.01 safety rating. So I got another 2x. Alright. I'll do a few laps of Interlagos. Just to see how far off I am. Just wait for the results to come in. Or I end the stream. Close that. Yeah, it's just been so much better. 3.2, 3.1, 4, 4.1, 3.9, 3.6, 4.7, 5.5. I should have been doing these all day instead of brand such. Oh, Aston Martin. I think I'll just drive Ferrari. 31.9. Wait, let me check. These results first of all. +7. One more than the overlay said I'd get. Let's go. And get signed up to practice session. Do a few laps of this for prep for tomorrow or Sunday, depending on how things go. If I don't want to do brand such. I was hoping the softs would have been better at brand such, but they've been pretty average. Nothing incredible. .31.0. Fastest quality time of the week for them. I guess there's a lot of variability in the conditions between each session. So the fastest I saw was a point, what was it? Point, point 0.6. That was it. Don't know why that escaped my mind. See if OBS crashes when I load into the practice session. Hopefully it doesn't.
So what I've been doing instead of streaming, guys, is I've been playing a hell of a lot of Battlefield 1. And honestly, I've been really enjoying it, and I can't wait for Battlefield 6 to come out. I'm gonna play the hell out of that. I'll probably stream it.
See how far off pace I am. I'm hoping not too much so I can drive it soon. Let's switch group again. Entries. Who's in group 9? Oh. Oh, no, never mind. Oh, bad call twice are here. I'm used to them. Last time I drove this was before the timer to update. And then too early there. Caught me just at the end of the stream. It's just testing a few laps at Interlagos. Just thinking of driving it over the weekend. I was doing Brands Hatch earlier. I think I'll definitely drive this at some point. It's 0.6 already. Maybe I'll do a test race on my second account. That's mud. Invalid 31.4. It's pretty decent, I think. I'll do a few more laps. Maybe one quali run. Yeah, I'd say this pretty decent. Point 3. I think that is pretty competitive. I'll check the race recorders. The strength of fields are just so much better for the American series than the European series for some reason. Yeah, alright. Uh, 4 minutes till the next brand touch race. Check who signed up. Yeah, I might drive some races for it tomorrow. Still not sure if I'll do brand touch or that. Yeah, nobody signed up. 19 people. What do you think? Should I do the race? Jack Bolton. Strength field might be alright. Also might be terrible. I need to sleep. Yeah, I'm going to end it there. Alright, I should be back streaming tomorrow. Either Brands Hatch or Interlagos. Still haven't decided. See if I can get any closer to the Brands Hatch records I was looking for earlier. Before my stream decided to crash when I entered the session. Yeah, that's going to be all for this one. Thank you all for tuning in. I'll see you in the next one.